In Mark 1:16 through 20, Jesus is calling his disciples. Fishing for humans is an image we find a few times in the Old Testament, always in relation to judgment, which is likely in view here. The disciples are being called to snatch people from sin and dark powers by the gospel, which is itself salvation to those who believe, but damnation to those who do not. The calling itself is noteworthy. Rabbis of the time didn't call students to follow them. A would-be disciple would think seriously about which rabbi to follow, and all the more if the rabbi were a traveler, requiring the student to leave his home and family for extended periods. Jesus is different. He isn't waiting to be chosen because he does the choosing. Christ says elsewhere, "You did not choose me, but I chose you." Now, it must be said, not everyone is called to leave their day job or to live a life without family or home. We are all, however, called to immediate and radical obedience. We are called to leave competing identities and activities behind, like the nets at the water's edge. When Jesus says, "Follow me," it's natural to ask, where to? We know from elsewhere in the New Testament that Andrew had been a follower of John the Baptist until his arrest. Andrew knew firsthand what the cost of discipleship could be. Of course, John will soon be executed, Christ crucified. These disciples who abandoned their livelihoods to follow an itinerant rabbi will all suffer greatly for doing so. By human standards, it doesn't seem like a fair deal. Wouldn't the life of a fisherman have been preferred to being thrown out of your community, persecuted, and killed? But Jesus isn't just asking his disciples to follow him to the cross. He's asking them also to follow him to resurrection and eternal reward. The resurrection changes everything. And if it doesn't change how we look at things in our daily lives, how we count wins and losses, we've missed the plot entirely.